Did you know that there is one road that passes through 14 countries in both North and South America? That's right. It's called the Pan American Highway, and it is the second largest highway by total length in the world, the longest being the Asian Highway Network, which passes through 32 countries across Asia. The Pan American Iberian Highway was built with the idea of connecting all the Americas, allowing for faster trade between nations and giving people a scenic route to travel along. But have you ever wondered what it would be like to drive down this highway? Well, here are some things you need to know. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to look at the Pan American Highway. But before we get into it, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's begin. We will start in Mexico at the northern end of the Pan American Highway. You will want to begin your journey early in the morning to avoid heavy traffic. As you drive south from Mexico City towards Puebla, you will see lush jungle scenery surrounding you. But don't get too distracted because there are lots of speed bumps along the way. After passing through Puebla, you will continue to drive through thick green jungles until you reach the ancient ruins of Palenque. If you have time, it is definitely worth checking out. From here, you will continue on to Villahermosa and then take a ferry across the Gulf of Tehuantepec. Although it isn't very far, the ferry ride takes about 30 minutes. Once you arrive on the other side, you can continue driving on the highway towards Coatzacoalcos, where you can enjoy some fresh seafood. And then you will head to Minatitlan and cross the southern border into Guatemala. You may notice as you drive south that the terrain starts to change. Rolling hills replace flatlands, and the jungle becomes drier. Here you will pass through small villages where you can stop and stretch your legs and maybe grab an authentic Guatemalan lunch. Eventually, you will come to the capital city of Antigua, which is known for its colonial architecture and rich history. Be careful while driving here, as the roads can be narrow and winding. But once you get to Antigua, you can relax and take in the sights and sounds of this beautiful city. After leaving Antigua, you will continue to drive south towards Guatemala City, which can be a hectic city to navigate. So be sure to keep your wits about you while driving here. Once you get past the city limits, you will start to see the landscape change again. The terrain becomes more mountainous, and the air starts to get thinner. You will also start to see some indigenous people along the way, who are usually selling crafts or food. As you continue to drive south, the road will eventually turn to dirt and you will enter the El Salvador border check. Once you have completed the border check, you will continue on to the small town of Santa Lucia, El Salvador. From here, the road will continue to be dirt for quite some time. But don't let that fool you. This is some of the most scenic driving you will ever experience. Lush green mountains surround you as you wind your way through them. It almost feels like you are driving through a secret passageway that few people know about. Eventually, the road will turn back to paved concrete, and you will come to the capital city of San Salvador. Driving here can be dangerous due to heavy traffic and road rage, so be sure to keep your guard up. Once you leave the city behind, the road will quickly turn to dirt again. You won't mind because you will be driving right along the coast now. This is a beautiful part of the journey, and you will want to take your time and enjoy it. If you are feeling adventurous, you can take a detour off the highway and drive to the El Zonte Surf Beach. This is one of the most famous surf spots in the world, and you won't want to miss it. Just be careful driving here as the roads are rough and rocky. Once you finish enjoying the coast, you will continue on to the next stop on our journey. Honduras. As you approach the border check, you will have to pay a small fee to leave El Salvador. Once you have paid the fee, you will enter the country of Honduras. Here, the road will remain paved for the rest of your journey through the country. As you drive through Honduras, you will start to see more poverty and rundown buildings. This is because Honduras is one of the poorest countries in Central America. But don't let that deter you. There are still some beautiful parts of the country that you will get to see while driving through, like the Copan Ruinas, which are another set of ancient Mayan ruins that are definitely worth checking out. Once you have finished exploring Honduras, you will continue on to the next country on our list, Nicaragua. As you approach the border check, you will have to go through a small town called Choluteca. Just be careful driving here, as the roads can be narrow and crowded. Once you have made it through Chalat, you will continue on to the capital city of Managua. Driving in Managua can be very chaotic, so just take your time and be patient. Once you have made it out of the city, you will start to see some beautiful scenery. Lush green mountains and valleys surround you as you drive through Nicaragua. The road will take you past many small towns and villages where you can stop and stretch your legs, or maybe even do a little shopping. Eventually, the road will start to wind along the coast, and this is where you will start to see some of the most beautiful scenery of your entire journey. Crystal clear water and white sand beaches will surround you as you drive along the coast. As you approach the border check into Costa Rica, you will have to drive through the small town of Penas Blancas. Once you have made it through the border check, you will continue on to the capital city of San Jose. Driving in San Jose can be dangerous, so just be sure to keep your wits about you. Once you have made it out of the city, you will start to see some beautiful scenery. Lush green mountains and valleys surround you as you drive through Costa Rica. The road will take you past many small towns and villages where you can stop and stretch your legs or maybe even do a little shopping. Eventually, the road will start to wind along the coast, and this is where you will start to see some of the most beautiful scenery of your entire journey. Crystal clear water and white sand beaches will surround you as you drive along the coast. If you have made it this far, then congratulations, because you have made it to one of the most beautiful parts of the Pan American Highway. The road will take you through Panama City, which is a bustling metropolis with high-rise buildings and a busy nightlife. But once you get out of the city, the scenery changes dramatically. You will start to drive through the lush and dense rainforest that surrounds Panama. The road will wind and twist through the jungle, and you will feel like you are driving through a secret passageway that only a few people know about. The journey through the Panamanian jungle is truly magical, and you won't forget it anytime soon. After passing through the Darien Gap, you will continue on to the Colombian border check. Here you will need to have your passport stamped out of Panama and into Colombia. The border check can be quite chaotic, so just be sure to keep your wits about you. Once you have made it through the border check, you will continue on to the capital city of Bogotá. Driving in Bogotá can be hectic, so just be sure to keep your guard up. Once you have made it out of the city, the road will start to wind along the Magdalena River. This is a beautiful part of the journey, and you will want to take your time and enjoy it. As you approach Ecuador, you will need to cross the Guaviare River. The river crossing can be dangerous, so just be sure to follow the directions of the local people. Once you have made it across the river, you will continue on to the town of Florencia. From here, the road will continue to wind along the Putumayo River. This is a beautiful part of the journey, and you will want to take your time and enjoy it. Eventually, the road will start to climb up into the Andes Mountains. This is where the journey becomes truly epic. We'll start to drive through some of the most beautiful scenery of your entire journey. Lush green mountains and valleys surround you as you wind your way through them. The air becomes thinner, and the temperature drops as you climb higher and higher. You may even see some snow-capped peaks in the distance. Eventually, the road will start to descend down the mountain, and you will enter the country of Venezuela. As you approach the border check, you will need to have your passport stamped out of Colombia and into Venezuela. The border check can be quite chaotic, so just be sure to keep your wits about you. Once you have made it through the border check, you will continue on to the capital city of Caracas. Driving in Caracas can be dangerous, so just be sure to keep your guard up at all times. And that's a wrap, folks. If you made it this far, then you deserve a round of applause because you have officially completed the Pan American Highway. What an adventure it has been. From the bustling cities to the lush rainforests, you have seen it all. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe. We have plenty more videos coming up that you are not going to want to miss. Thanks for watching.